Mirror, mirror on the wall. Toya, you do not have the intellectual bandwidth to go back and forth with Phaedra at all. And ding, ding, ding. In this corner, we have dentist the mentist versus the new Mrs. Lunsford. Y'all buckle up, get your cowboy hats, pour yourself a drink. We are getting into this next episode of Married to Medicine. I'll see y'all in a second. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the pettiest brown gossip girl of them all? Yes, welcome back, Petty Bunch, to another episode of Petty Brown Gossip Girl. We are inside, yes, the Petty Palace, where today we are reviewing and recapping Married to Medicine, episode 4. So let's get into it. This episode was just full of the drama. There is drama between Sweet Tea and Heavenly. There is drama between Phaedra and Toya. There is drama between Heavenly and Contessa. There is drama, 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 just drama. This episode was giving what we love, which is the bitchiness, the backbiting, the back and forthness. We enjoy it. But before we get into this review, I just want to thank my 66 subscribers. Oh my God, like where did y'all come from? Thank you again for just rocking with my commentary. I so appreciate it. Remember, a free way to support my channel will be to like these videos. That pushes me out into the YouTube algorithm, and that puts me in front of people who normally don't know that my commentary is what they need in their lives. Yeah, so I just want to thank y'all, Petty Bunch, the 66 of y'all, for saying, hey, I like her commentary, I like her delivery, I like everything that's going on inside the Petty Palace. So without further ado, I'm gonna be like that pastor that y'all love, the one that says, I'm gonna hold y'all, but I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long. So let's get into it. Okay, so we have the ladies. They are in their two sprinter vans. So we got Toya, Quad, Jackie, and Heavenly in one sprinter van, and then we have Tess, Phaedra, T, and Simone in the other one. So the ladies are headed to the the glamping grounds, and so they're headed for a bite to eat as they have just arrived. So they get to the site, and so the general manager welcomes them all, and so he and his staff, before they are seated, they give each of the ladies purple bandanas, and they say the purple bandanas signify unity. And Phaedra is like, this group definitely needs that. Okay, so then the ladies go, they're seated at the table, and they're making pleasantries. Y'all know they're trying to just be as pleasant as possible. We already know with these two groups coming together, you got Quad, you got Sweet Tea, who are the ex-wife, current wife of Dr. G. Then you have the tension between Simone and Quad, and then you have the tension between Heavenly, Contessa, Heavenly, Sweet Tea. Then we have a little bit of pushback between Toya and Phaedra. So it's just a lot of shit going on. Y'all, now listen, y'all already know when you get a group of women together, there is going to be messiness, there is going to be cattiness, there is going to be just a lot of y'all know how we do. I don't know what it is about us women and why we can be what men call funny acting. It's not like we try to be, but it's just like, I guess we're energy readers, and I don't know, it just be a lot of, y'all already know. Girls trip does not, they say girls trips either make or break friendships. And from what I've heard, girl trips can break the hell out of some friendships. Okay, I'm talking about drag out, don't call, don't text, just drama, and friendships have been severed because of it. Okay, so the ladies are seated at the table, and Toya is looking around. She's, liking the ambiance, and so she thanks Phaedra Like, thank you for picking this nice place. Like, this is pretty cool. So Phaedra is like, I'm glad you approved because you know you are a tough customer. Y'all know Toya is Bugetto, so I don't know if Phaedra was just trying to be funny, saying that Toya is a tough customer. Toya ain't that tough of a customer from what we know of her. So anyway, Simone, gets the ball rolling. She does a little icebreaker where she makes this comment, and she says, wanting to use my hand sanitizer can't talk shit about me. So Toya pulls out her own hand sanitizer and is like, yo, I got my own shit. So all the ladies start laughing. Y'all see the ice is slowly melting. The tension is slowly just lessening. Everybody is not so much on edge as they were in their vans, having ridden with the ladies that they rode with. So anyway, the food comes out. Toya's messy ass gets right into it. Hey, what was y'all talking about in y'all car? So Sweet Tea reveals that, hey, in our van, everybody was talking about our childhoods. We were all trying to get to know each other. So T starts talking about how her dad thought that she was having sex because the one guy that she was seeing was over at the house. And so, they're over at the house in her room. And she said her dad just walks in and he's like, Letitia, are you pregnant? So that right there just made all the ladies laugh. So then everybody starts telling their little sex stories. So T just basically reveals that when she first started having sex, she did not enjoy it. Y'all already know Toya ass is like, shit. Toya freaky ass was like, when T asked her, did you start enjoying sex when you started having it? And Toya, absolutely. So Toya reveals that the way her mom basically didn't have to have the sex talk with her about, hey, where we going to get condoms, where we going to get birth control, because Miss Toya, and kudos to Toya for realizing like, hey, I'm gonna start having sex, but Toya taking preventative measures by going to the Planned Parenthood, getting the condoms, getting the birth control. She said she has so much of both that she was set for a year. That lets y'all know Miss Toya loves some sex. So anyway, Tess confesses that for her, sex hurt real bad. Then we find out from Dr. Jackie that she did not have sex until she got married. She was married to Curtis when she had sex. And so she said the first time she thought she was going to see bells and whistles, and it wasn't hitting for what she thought it was going to hit for. She said she was like, it was anticlimactic. And I have to say, honestly, if you are a virgin for the first time, it's not going to be what rom-coms are making it out to be. Like, you're just seeing goody goody gumdrops and hearts falling from the sky. No. Like Tess said, for some, it hurts, and it hurts like hell, and it's not enjoyable until you get a rhythm set, you get a partner set, and y'all make it do what it do. And y'all already know. So Heavenly says her first time was with Damon. So Toya was like, I want you to practice the truth. So everybody starts laughing, and Heavenly looking at her like, girl, you ain't shit. So anyway, things start to get a little messier. Phaedra interrupts this conversation and she's like, hey, before we get into the thick of this trip, I want to set an intention. We need to do some positive affirmations, because she's saying that this group, they are harping on what has happened in the past. Leave that shit in the rear view. Let's focus on the future. Let's focus on our fractured friendships, getting them back together. And so Dr. Jackie, who also likes to play peacemaker, is saying that she is in total agreement with what Phaedra is talking about. She wants these ladies to move forward so they can move on as a sister circle. It's too much backbiting for y'all to fully move on as a sister circle, but we'll get into that later. Let's see. So yes, so Phaedra's like, it's time to turn a page. Let's move on. So y'all know Toya be clocking stuff. Toya is just calculating. Toya is very cunning. Toya is very sly. Toya is very shifty and crafty. And y'all already know Toya has pretty much gotten into it with every woman in the friend group. She's gotten into it with Simone. She's gotten into it with Quad heavily. She's gotten into it with Heavenly. She's gotten into it with Contessa. She has gotten it. So Toya is kind of bored. I'm seeing this as Toya being bored. Toya is like, I know these ladies. I know what makes them tick. I know what triggers them. I know what makes them angry. I know how to get them off their square. I know what buttons to push when I'm ready to argue. I know where to hit below the belt. But with Phaedra, Phaedra has been around us for a year. I don't know shit about Phaedra. I don't know shit about this woman. So let me see if I can fuck with her. Let me see what I can do to, get her blood boiling, getting her. Let me see what I can do to get her upset, to get her frustrated, to get her to bite back. I need to know. I need to know because I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. And that's how I was viewing Toya when she was looking at Phaedra. Okay, so she eyeballs Phaedra and she's like, you know what I want to know? We've been around you for a year, but we don't know enough about you. And Phaedra, cool as a cucumber, what would you like to know? So Toya is like, I want to know what makes you tick, what pisses you off. We all have moments. I'm curious, what's that moment like for you? Toya, have you not watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta when a very dress sat with her then husband Apollo and drug and read Kenya for filth? Who can forget this iconic read during the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 6 reunion? Clapback queen Phaedra Parks showed up with a taser and crumbled. Kenya read her for filth over some inappropriate text messages Kenya was exchanging with her then husband Apollo. Phaedra said Kenya is sitting around, running around talking about my husband, the father of my children, and she spends her weekends peddling through sperm banks, looking through catalogs, trying to find a donor. Phaedra finished by saying, honey, you don't know if your baby daddy will be an axe murderer or a child molester, because what you will know is that he needed $10 for a medium-sized pizza so he could ejaculate in a cup so you could have a kid. Now check that. Yeah. You do not want to go toe to toe with Phaedra. Y'all remember when Karen Huger put on them gloves? When you are ready to put them gloves on, it seems to me that you putting them gloves on, ding ding, you want to get in a ring. And I'm trying to tell you, you will not outwit, outlast, outplay Miss Phaedra Parks. She is too quick with it. Her intellectual bandwidth will have you going in circles, like for real, for real. So you want to play, you stepping into the kitchen, you stepping into the fire, get ready to get your ass burned, because that's clearly what happened in this exchange. So Phaedra, again, as cool as a cucumber, it's like, I don't have one. And Toya is like, wait a minute, you brought us here on this girls trip for us to open up, but when are you gonna open up? I want to know more about Phaedra. So then production, just as messy, which we love production because production comes with the receipts 1000% of the time. So production cuts to messy ass Toya at last year's Napa Valley trip when she was asking Phaedra about her and Apollo's breakup. Like, did you tell your boys about it? Like, how did that go down? And Phaedra's like, they can read. And then cutting to a few weeks ago where we see Phaedra and Toya having an exchange, and Toya is letting Phaedra know, I ran into Apollo at a restaurant, and I saw him, and I was asking him when y'all gonna get back together. And Phaedra is like, child, I ain't got time for this. So then Toya is like, Phaedra gives us one chapter out of a 5th chapter book. And Phaedra is like, yo, I am a calm person. Like, there's not much you can do to rattle me. So Toya is like, there's got to be something that pisses you off. And Phaedra is like, again, why do you want to know that? Like, why are you so obsessed and so pressed about what pisses me off? Like, why? So Heavenly clocks in and she's like, so she can do it. You already know, Phaedra. Toya wants to know what your triggers are so she can start with you like she has with all of the ladies. So Toya is like, Phaedra, you're deflecting. And so Heavenly chimes in like, Phaedra, you cannot win this conversation. And to me, I'm like, Phaedra has already won the conversation, because here you have someone who, Toya, you're not very observant. You've been around here. So by then you should have been, if you were so interested in who she is as a person, then you should have been watching her like a hawk to see where were little pieces that could possibly like get under her skin. You didn't do that. So in my opinion, when Heavenly's talking about Phaedra, you can't win this conversation, Phaedra has already won the conversation because here you have Toya asking her what her triggers are. And Phaedra's like, I'm calm. I don't have any. I have none. So it's like, again, Toya, Fabe, you do not have the intellectual bandwidth to go up against this woman. Anytime you have a woman come on a show, i.e., Real Housewives of Atlanta, she comes on the show pregnant, and the women she is casted with, they're asking her about her pregnancy, and she jumps around the timeline because she didn't want them to know that she and Apollo got pregnant before they got married. So Phaedra was saying she was 7 months and some of the baby's lungs, they're going to take the baby early. The lungs is, and they're like, well, the lungs aren't fully developed yet. Well, my doctor said the lungs are developed. And y'all remember how the conversation went. So my thing is, if Phaedra is not going to tell some heifers about her pregnancy and little details, no, big details like that, the hell you think she going to tell you what her triggers are and what pisses her off? She don't know you like that. She don't want to know you like that. Toya, Phaedra ain't fucking with you. So it's like shoot fly, don't bother me, because it's like you're giving natty vibes. You're like a gnat. Like get some raid and just that's basically what Phaedra did to Toya. She raided your ass all up. Like, stop bothering me. You're bye. You're bothering me. So that's pretty much what it was like. So Toya is just pressed. Toya is the one breaking out in a sweat. Phaedra is like, Phaedra's brow is cool. She's not annoyed. And again, Toya is like, I don't need to win this conversation, Heavenly. I just believe she doesn't want to share in our circle because she wants to keep it surface. So production cuts to Heavenly's confessional where she says Toya is a messy bitch, but she tells the truth. Now, Toya is like, what's your moment, Phaedra? So again, Toya is like very much pressed and is not just, she's basically trying to keep her foot on Phaedra's neck. But Toya, Phaedra is not a Kyle Richards. You can't, it's not, you're not giving us the Dorit energy because you can't go toe to toe with a pro. You cannot. You're amateur and you can't go toe to toe. You just cannot go toe to toe with Phaedra. You're losing miserably. At this point, you're looking desperate. You are looking silly. You're looking like she playing with you, sis. And it was embarrassing and amusing to watch. So, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so Phaedra is like, girl, I'm not having this conversation. Again, she got the raid and she's spraying your ass. Back off, you bug. So then we cut back to Heavenly where she says the ladies feel like Phaedra is fake. And Toya is like, well, with our group, we get very personal and we get frustrated when people get in our business and then they don't want to tell their own business. So production cuts to Phaedra's confessional. And Phaedra is like, yo, I don't play tennis all day. I'm a career woman with a lot of accolades. I got shit going on. I got real shit going on. I'm not sure if Toya is messy or she needs something to do. Phaedra clocked you, Toya, because you are messy and you definitely need something to do. My thing is, go help Dr. Eugene. Like you said, you was gonna help answer them phones. You better off getting answers from future patients than you are with trying to figure out what the hell makes Phaedra tick at this point. So she looks at Toya and she goes, I have great conversation with many of the ladies in this group. Basically, bitch, you ain't one of the women in this group that I want to get to know on that type of level. And if I do want to get personal with you, I'll let you know. But my thing is, you started with her at the reunion when Apollo came in. You started being nosy then. You're being nosy now. You're trying to dig. So my thing is, Phaedra has washed her hands of you. You will not get to know anything about her. And come back if you want another, like if you want to get read again, come back. If you want to play, if you're ready to play, Phaedra is ready to play because she got all day, clearly. And Toya, like I said, you was looking at Apollo like you wanted to sop him up with a biscuit. And that's what it's giving. It's very much giving. You see Apollo, you drool, you get tongue tied, you don't know what to do because that man, in your opinion, is fine. And we know that's how you feel. So Tess says, hey, our group isn't comfortable having uncomfortable conversations, and that's very much true. So anyway, the ladies head to their room so they can get ready to go to the saloon later. And one of the things I really liked about this resort is its rusticness. It's just giving chic, country chic. And so all of the ladies are staying in these beautiful rooms that are shaped like wagons. You go up the stairs, they have their own little porch, and then you go inside. Some of the rooms have bunk beds, some of them have queen size beds, king size beds. So it's very much, I like, it's upscale glamping, and I love it. And it was just so personable, and just, I don't know, it just gave me Barbie, country Barbie vibes, and I loved it. So all the ladies are critiquing their living quarters. They're talking about what they like. Jackie is like, nah, this is not Beyonce style. This is not, basically this ain't how I roll, but I'm gonna roll with it because I'm on this trip. And Toya is like, hey, I absolutely love my room. Sweet Tea loved her room as well. So anyway, the aunties, Jackie and Heavenly, are sitting on Jackie's porch. They are eating peanuts and they're kikiing. And so Heavenly asked Jackie, do you think Phaedra keeps us on a surface level? And Jackie is like, look, Phaedra is trying to figure us all out. And Heavenly is like, I don't dislike her. I like her as a person. I just don't know her that deep. And again, Heavenly, with the way you treat these ladies, you gonna get a surface Phaedra. That's it. So Jackie says if she would, basically if Phaedra would open up and let us in, maybe we could help her with the issues that she's having. So production cuts to last season where Phaedra accompanied the married couples. They were all out at dinner and they were talking about pretty much how married couples give other married couples support, especially when they are going through the peaks, the hills, and the valleys of being married. And so Phaedra is pretty much saying maybe if they would have been a part of this friend group, maybe, she would still be married. And so Jackie is just saying, hey, we have a great group of girls in our friendship circle. And we need to know what's going on with her. Then maybe we could help her and we could really be good friends to her. So I'm just wondering, Jackie is talking about this amazing sister circle friend group that they have. And I'm like, where? And like, what ladies are you talking about?
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl? Because I got receipts. What is she?
I know we are not talking about the same friends, i.e. Simone, who helped plan the couple's trip to Hilton Head, where Curtis took his mistress, or how about Sweet Tea and Heavenly accusing each other's husbands of infidelity? Or how about Heavenly on her YouTube channel where she was discussing Tess and Scott's marriage and she was saying Scott is verbally and emotionally abusive? Or maybe how about Quad on the season 9 reunion insinuating that Toya was cheating on Dr.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl? Because I got receipts.
Dr. Eugene. So Jackie, you're saying you guys have a great group. You guys are a great group of friends and you love on each other and you support one another. These examples right here, I see why Phaedra keeps her lips zipped, because I wouldn't be telling y'all heifer hoes nothing either, especially when if y'all energy is like this, I don't want no parts of it. So Heavenly tells Jackie, Phaedra has a lot of issues, but we gonna break through them. So, okay, good luck with that. Okay, so the next messy ass scene are the ladies there inside the saloon. Listen, this is where the fireworks begin. I was here for it. I was cracking up. Like when T and Heavenly get at each other, it's like a no holds barred. In this corner, we have Dentist the Mentist. And in this corner, we have the new Mrs. Lunsford. Okay, so that's basically like, I really lost my shit. So anyway, we have the ladies looking country chic and they are ready for the hold down, but some hoes really got put down. That's what really happened. Okay, so we have Jackie, Simone, Toya, and Heavenly in a circle kicking. Toya starts shading the ladies on the sly, saying they're fake. She's like, Heavenly is over here waiting to give another fake ass insincere apology Tess is ear hustling and Simone is wearing a fake ass smile. Then Toya imitated Simone's smile, which I thought was hilarious. When I tell y'all, I lost my shit. I was like, Toya, you wrong for that. Now you and Simone are back cool now, so don't do nothing when she watches this. She might call your ass like, you making fun of my teeth. Anyway, Simone is like, Toya, I'm your accountability partner. And we need to, she pulls her to the carpet and she's like, we need to get into what you said at Quad's birthday party when you were calling us fake and boring. And Toya was like, well, Jackie is boring. And Jackie's like, wait, I'm boring? And so she looks at Toya and says, well, you lack substance. Yeah, maybe the way I fell out when she told Toya, you lack substance. So Toya tried to look like she was offended. And it's like, Toya, come on. You know you don't have any substance whatsoever. You don't have any. So then Simone and Heavenly are like, Jackie, you took it a little too far. Don't do that. And Jackie's looking at them like, what? And so, of course, Jackie quickly apologizes. And I'm like, well, damn. She was quick to offer Toya that apology and to hug and embrace her, but had a hard time with apologizing to Buffy. Done with it. But you call Toya, you say she has lack of substance, and your girls clock you and say, hey, that wasn't cool. And you go ahead and you can apologize to Toya, but you can't offer that same type of grace to Buffy. I wasn't here for that part. That kind of that annoyed me. Side of the saloon. So Sweet Tea and Tess have joined the ladies in the circle. And so Simone is saying a wise woman once said how offering apologies are basically for the people who give them. And she talked about how Jackie had made that statement and the ladies agree. So Sweet Tea pretty much tags herself into the conversation and says, well, also with apologies, you have to acknowledge your wrongdoing and take responsibility when offering up apologies. So then Toya looks at T and is like, okay, so one of the things I love about Toya is that Toya will call spade a spade and she does not care. She is at this point, her ministry is calling her girlfriends on the carpet, calling them on their bullshit. And so Toya looks at T and she's like, girl, please tell Heavenly she hurt your feelings. And again, ding, ding, ding. In this corner, we have Dentist, the Menace, versus the new Mrs. Greg Lunsford. They clocks in. And so T says, Heavenly, you owe me an apology for disrespecting me, my family, my husband, and for mocking my infertility. So production cuts back to their confrontation at Whitnick. And so Heavenly is like, well, I apologize for the things I've said because I have remorse. Okay, that for me should have been where Heavenly stopped the apology. But y'all already know in Heavenly fashion, Heavenly is a straight just gutter snipe. She is going to, you know how when Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. No, Heavenly is like, when you go low, I'm dragging you to the pits of hell. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about it. And I'm going to continue to drag you to hell and for filth whenever we are around each other, whenever we engage. I'm dragging you to the pits of hell. So again, Heavenly is like, I never want to hurt someone. However, I hope you have the same remorse, T, for the things you've said. So production cuts to Sweet Tea going live and talking about how Heavenly told her that Damon was cheating. Heavenly goes, my husband don't cheat. Your man does. T is like, you're hella disrespectful to me. Maybe you lonely. I don't know. So Simone turns to the door and in is walking the booty short baddies. Quad and Phaedra walk in and T is like, I never thought I would be happy to see Quad in my life, and maybe Quad is good for something. So I thought that was fun shade. So Toya is like, Heavenly, all you had to do was apologize. But again, y'all, Heavenly can't apologize. And T is like, so yeah, Toya confronts her. Heavenly, all you had to do was apologize. Heavenly goes, again, I'm sorry. Do you accept it or not? Because I'm moving forward. Basically, bitch, I apologize. I ain't got nothing else to say. Take it or leave it. T is like, you're not sincere. Goes on this monologue about bitching about her apology, and T is like, that is so ghetto, and Heavenly is like, you know, ghetto, you trash, get more education. Tess interrupts the bickering and is like, can we just stay focused on what happened? And Heavenly is like, do you know her? And Tess is like, yes, for a few weeks. Oh, so you have history with her? And Tess is like, she never hurt me. And so the ladies are like, well, damn. Well, damn. So then production cuts to Heavenly's confessional where she's like, I forgot how annoying Contessa is. And she like, bitch, I said I'm sorry. Then production cuts to Whitnick where Heavenly and her janky Holly Berry Babs ass wig was like in Contessa's face and was like, I will do whatever to get back in your good graces. Damn, how much more do y'all like? How much more do I have to say sorry? I've said it enough. I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I said I'm sorry. Damn. That's just like, remember when Martin had proposed to Gina? Will you marry me? Damn. That's how I felt with Heavenly. Heavenly, I apologize. Damn. Get over it. So it's just crazy to me. Heavenly just gone Heavenly. And it's like, Heavenly is just one of those people, you either A, love her or you hate her. There is no in between with Heavenly. BT, and it's just like, she breaks the ice again and she's like, yo, are you teaching us a line dance or no? So T is like, yes. And so she brings the line dance instructor to the lady. So he is teaching a quick two-step, and so it is so funny because they are making fun of Toya, they're making fun of Heavenly, they're making fun of Jackie, who I'm calling Rhythmless Nation because they had no rhythm whatsoever. And so Simone is, Simone jokes and is like, I'm black, we do the cha-cha slide and we do the electric slide, and that's pretty much it. So it was good in this moment just to see the ladies for a bit just just kick it and just relax for a little bit. The booty shaking, the twerking, just that little. If line dancing could save black women's lives, it really could. If y'all at house with each other, I swear, put on a line dance song, and a woman that was your mortal enemy will end up being your best friend in about 10 minutes or less, because y'all gonna get down and y'all gonna start twerking and doing a booty popping and all that stuff. So it was good for those few little moments to see all the ladies having a good time. So they all high five, they loved it. And so when they were done line dancing, Toya tells Heavenly, go tell Letitia that you enjoyed it. And you could see Heavenly is like, bitch, why? So you see Heavenly walk over to her. "Ah, thank you, this was good." And you see T like, yeah, okay, whatever. So that was just crazy to see. So next, the ladies are gathering for dinner. They are out by the fire pit waiting for dinner to arrive when Toya reveals to the ladies, tomorrow we are having a Cowboy Carter reject photo shoot where she wants all of the ladies to channel their inner Beyonce, and they're going to get beautiful and they're going to take pictures, and she is going to be the creative director, i.e. meaning Toya likes to be in control. Toya is the boss, and Toya is going to bitch these ladies out and act like the worst drill sergeant ever. So as they are sitting around, the food arrives. Jackie and Simone are like, yo, we are not going to sit here at this fireplace. We cannot take the smoke. So they go back to Jackie's room and they kiki for a little bit. So anyways, is it me, or who else was kind of annoyed with Quad for trying to play peacemaker in this moment between Heavenly and Contessa, who she just so happened to be seated in between? My thing is like, Quad, I get you want to have a come to Jesus moment with your friends. However, you are at odds with Simone. You have not spoken to Simone. So how the hell are you going to get Heavenly and Contessa back to talking when you have barely said two words to Simone and you have not even looked her in the face to discuss the issues that you have? So anyway, they are sitting, they are eating, and so Quad looks at the ladies and she's like, y'all know how Quad in her dramatics. I want to center the ladies. There was a time when y'all was tight. I'm sad about the demise of the friendship. Can't y'all just hash it out? So mind you, Contessa is smashing on her food. Heavenly is looking like disinterested. And so she's like, well, I'm listening to what you're saying, but she looks very much disinterested. And y'all see Heavenly like, Like she could barely give two shits about having this conversation. So I thought that was funny. So, Quad, you guys need to dig deep. Dig deep. You all should mean more to each other. Come on. It's been 10 years. Y'all been friends for too long. Heavenly is like, she don't mean nothing to me. And so Tess clocks her good soror and says, Quad, hopefully you and Simone can move forward. When I say pot, meet kettle. So Quad looks at her. Tess, me and Simone gonna be fine. We're gonna have a deep discussion probably on this trip, and we're gonna get into it. I'm not trying to be in nobody's business. So then production cuts to Contessa like, uh, ma'am, before you start coming for me and telling me what I need to do, how about you clean up your own backyard first before you come with the weed whacker all up and through mine? How about that? So so it's like handle your own shit and get out of mine. So Toya is looking at all of them and is like, I'm over this. I'm going to bed. Y'all can have this shit. So Tess leaves as well. So basically, the only three that are left are Phaedra, Heavenly, and Quad, and they're still around the fire talking. And it's kind of, in this moment, it was kind of like, damn, I was looking at Heavenly in a different light for just a millisecond. A millisecond. And I know millisecond is not a word, but that's how I was looking at her. And so Heavenly is like, I was a ride or die friend to her. She was always crying on the phone. I was always there for her. And this just made me think that Heavenly may be a soft cookie. Heavenly may just put up this hard exterior as a front because she doesn't like being hurt. If y'all remember when Heavenly took Jackie and Simone back to her childhood house, we come to find out that Heavenly and her sister had a very estranged relationship. Heavenly's mother kind of put her on a pedestal. Heavenly was never allowed to go outside or to, I would say, really express any type of emotion. So she's always had this defense mechanism up. And so Heavenly is saying that she feels a certain kind of way because she actually allowed Contessa in. Contessa actually penetrated her hard exterior and they became cool. And so Quad is just, and I feel like because Heavenly and her sister have an estranged relationship, I feel like when Heavenly and Tess got cool, Heavenly was looking at Tess as a sister. So it's kind of like, damn, for a second, I was kind of like, damn, Heavenly, okay, you are kind of human for a second. So then Quad is just like, yo, y'all, like, you ain't that tough. She ain't that tough. But then again, it's like, Heavenly, you have hit Tess below the belt. Now, mind you, yes, Tess did come on this show and she did talk to Heavenly about the things going on in a relationship. But I feel like Heavenly took it too far when she hopped on her YouTube channel and started just revealing Tess's mess with Scott. I feel like as a friend, that is the ultimate no. If you want to destroy a friendship, that's what you do. You get on YouTube and you start talking about your good girlfriend and her husband and the relationship issues that they're having in their marriage. Now, mind you, you've been married and she was probably telling you these things in confidence because you are another married woman and maybe you could give her advice that she needs to work on her own marriage. But instead, you hop on the YouTube and you start talking. It's like, you ain't tough. She ain't tough. Y'all need to get it together and have a talk. Quad, talk with Simone first. And after y'all mend y'all friendship, then y'all maybe pull Contessa and Heavenly inside. And then the four of you all talk it out and hug it out that way. Anyway, the next day, have a quick lunch where Toya is like, y'all need to hurry up and eat because y'all need to get back to y'all rooms, get beautiful for this photo shoot. And Toya is like, I'm going to come around and I'm going to approve the outfits. Now, y'all know people was called, remember, Mariah used to call Toya Tacky Toya. So seeing Toya trying to approve somebody's fit was kind of like, okay. So next we see Heavenly and Jackie in the room. This is, of course, before the photo shoot is happening. And so Heavenly's talking to Jackie, and Jackie's like, well, maybe y'all need to have a one-on-one. And Jackie goes in to talk about how she and Simone had to forgive each other. And Jackie was like, hey, I missed my friend. I missed calling my friend when we both had breaks at the hospital where we would laugh and joke. And I would tell her, oh, Curtis, get on my nerves. I want to push him down the stairs. Of course, she was joking, but she just went back to that, how she and Simone had to mend their friendship. And so she's telling Heavenly, like, y'all need to have a one-on-one because y'all was close. And Heavenly was like, well, no, I was a one-sided friendship. I was more of a friend to her than she was to me. And then Jackie, and thank you production, starts going back to pictures of Contessa and Heavenly taking trips together and them hugging one another and them just spending time and having, intimate, deep sister friend, sister girl type talks. And so Jackie was recalling some things, and Heavenly was like, well, damn, I haven't talked to her in a year and a half, but you remembering stuff that I have forgotten. And Jackie's like, hello, you need to talk to your friend. You need to forgive one another. You already see fists about to be flying because having your mouth is too big. You run your mouth, you have no couth whatsoever. And you always apologizing in one breath and then calling somebody a bitch in the next breath. It's like, your friendship's gonna stay fractured. And Jackie is pretty much the only friend that you do have. So anyway, Toya is telling the ladies, y'all got to get it together. So Toya is running to each of the rooms because she wants to do an outfit check before the ladies leave the room. She goes to see Quad, and Quad has on this red bustier, just all red, red, red. And Toya's like, you got on too much red. You need to change some of that. And Quad looking at her like, girl, please. She goes to Contessa's room. Contessa has on this red V-neck bodysuit. Y'all know Contessa had was working out and she was training for a bodybuilding competition. So baby got body. She can wear anything she wants to and it's always going to look good. So Contessa pulled out this Party City bleach blonde just straw looking wig and she's like, well, yeah, I want to add this. And Toya's like, no, that's not Beyonce blonde. And she's like, please don't do that. But of course Tess brought out the blonde wig, had on the red cowboy hat. She was Cowboy Carter. Okay, so then Toya goes over to Jackie's room and Heavenly is there. She looks at Heavenly like, ugh, you need to change your top. And Heavenly is like, Jackie, you need to come get this bitch. And Jackie, listen, Jackie understands every assignment. Okay, Jackie had on this white fit and she just, Simone had on the black fit, looked great. Phaedra is always going to serve looks as well. So Toya is messing with Phaedra like, oh, you need to change whatever. And and Phaedra is looking at her like, girl, please. And Toya starts laughing, girl, you got 13 minutes to get yourself together. And Phaedra is like, well, I'm ready now. So this episode ends with all the ladies headed to the golf cart getting ready for the photo shoot. So little snippet into next week's episode. It continues on with Toya directing the photo shoot and being bossy as hell. And Jackie referred to her as an anal itch that you could not scratch. So, of course, more bitchiness and come to Jesus moments are going to happen. Looks like Quad and Simone are having their sister come to Jesus moment, and it looks like Quad has unleashed her inner Shakespeare. So we already know that that's gonna happen. She's gonna be down to, with her theatrics as usual. Then it looks like Tess and Heavenly was about to come to blows, and Heavenly was calling for security. Y'all listen. The Married to Medicine girlie said, listen, we know it's been 10 years and we know that y'all may have been looking sideways, wondering if we still got it, but baby, we still got it. Y'all still want it, and we're going to still give it to y'all. So, y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video, okay?